Kia ora everyone. Today we are learning to understand simple powers of numbers. So if you haven't watched the squared video yet, for square numbers, I'd recommend checking that out, just popping up on the screen there. Have a look at that one first before coming to here. But if you're all ready to go for this goal, then let's get into it. So we're going to be tackling problems like 2 to the power of 3, or sometimes called 2 cubed. So that might give away what exactly the picture that we're going to be looking at. Now, contrary to popular belief, it's not actually 2 times 3. That is not how we solve this, okay? So we're actually going to start with a bit of a picture. And you know how when we did squared, we drew a little grid for 2 squared. We'd have 2 going across that way, and we'd have 2 coming down this way, and we had a square number for the number 2. If we are talking about cubed, we're actually adding an extra dimension to our picture. So we've actually got a cube here now. And how far do you think it's going back? Well, we went 2 that way, 2 downwards, so we're actually going to go 2 deep as well. Okay, so it's going to look something like this. Oh man, should have been an artist. That is amazing. So, how would you find how many cubes we've actually got in that picture? Instead of counting them, we could actually do a simple little equation. So for 2 cubed, we're going to have 2 times 2 times 2. So we're multiplying 2 by itself 3 times. Not 2 times 3, 2 times 2 times 2. So if we think 2 times 2 equals 4 times 2, which is going to equal 8. So 2 cubed is the same as 8. So what if we had a number like 5 cubed, or 5 to the power of 3? That's right, we're going to times it by itself. 5 times 5 times 5. So that number 3 is representing 1, 2, 3 5s in our multiplication equation. So if we think 5 times 5 equals 25, and 25 times 5 equals 125. So 5 to the power of 3 is the same as 125. You can see these numbers get big pretty quickly when we're talking about these simple powers of numbers. In our final example, let's look at the number 3 to the power of 4. Wow, you can already tell this number is going to get pretty big, because this number 4 means we're going to times this number 3 4 times. 3 times 3 times 3 times, you guessed it, 3. Okay, so let's be careful about this one. It's not going to be 9 plus 9, because we've got a multiplication in here. When we look at these long multiplication equations, we need to start from the left and make our way across to the right. So let's start with 3 times 3, and that's going to equal 9. And then we need to times 3 again. Equals 27. And then we need to times 3 one more time. Now to do this in my head, I would use the strategy of simple numbers, so I'm going to go 25 times 3, and that's going to give me 75. And then I've got 2 times 3 left, which is 6. So 75 plus 6 equals, oh, there we go, equals 81. So hopefully you get it now. It's not too complicated, these powers of numbers. You're just multiplying itself, and that little exponent up the top there is just telling you how many times to do it. So have a great day and keep practicing, and we'll see you later.